Hi, my name's Fred Taylor. I'm with McLeod Racing Industries. I'm here today to show you some of the product that we have. Starting right here, we're showing you our hydraulic throwout bearings. Now we make two different styles. We make a bolt-on style and we make a slip-on style. The slip-on style is what we prefer to use if we can, and that means we have to have enough clearance. This slides right over the collar. There's two little O-rings right here, and they're not seals, they're just to make it an interference fit. So you slide this onto the collar, and then you can thread the bearing. This aluminum piece is threaded. You can thread the bearing in and out to get your clearance adjusted. That's what's the beauty of this. So when you put this in on the transmission, you want to adjust this so that the face of the bearing is within 150 to 200 thousandths from the tip of the fingers. So if it's not, you can thread it in to get closer or out to get further away. And that's the beauty. Now, let's say you can't get the clearance. You put it in and you don't have any clearance at all. The bearing's up against the fingers. Well, then we go to our bolt-on bearing. This bolt-on bearing does the same thing as a slip-on bearing, except instead of sliding over the collar, it replaces the collar. So it is transmission specific. It's just like changing the collar on a Muncie to a T10. You can't take a collar off of a Muncie and put it on a T10. No more can you put a hydraulic bearing from a Muncie to a T10. So it is transmission specific because the back of this is machined identical to the collar. So what you do, and this will give you more clearance. This is what you would use on Chevrolets because they use a 4-speed bell housing. It's not deep enough. And then also on the early Ford 4-speeds, your top loaders and your T10 transmissions that were used in the Fords. If you've got more than 3 inches of clearance between the back face of the bell housing, right here, the back face of the bell housing, down to the fingers, if you got 3 inches or more, you can use a slip-on bearing. If you don't, you have to use a bolt-on bearing. The way you change the clearance, if the clearance is not right, we have to change the piston to a different length piston. We have 8 different length pistons. Each piston is 200 thousandths longer or shorter than the other pistons. That's a lot of work to put this on, trowel fit it, send it back, change the piston. So if you'll just make the measurement from the back face of the bell housing to the tip of the fingers before you order it, and then call in, we can actually tell you how to order the bearing with the right length piston. So it's plug and play when you get it. You don't have to do any of this measuring and stuff. So this is one of our best-selling products, is our hydraulic bearings. We sell lots and lots of these.